Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Rants About Tech Live. Number 252. Number 252, chat. We're getting up there. For this Tuesday, February 3rd, I'm your host, Rod, here in sunny Philadelphia. Let's see if we can get that. It's somewhat sunny today. I'm here with the crew today. We got Aaron, we got Dr. Lean, we got Rob here, we got eInk here. Good morning, you guys. How you guys doing today? Hope you guys are having some good weather wherever you are. This is the Rants About Tech show where we talk about tech news, talk about eInk news, talk about random stuff along the way. If you're interested in that kind of stuff, consider subscribing throughout the show. Think about that. But yeah, not a lot of tech news today, but we're gonna get into a couple. You know what though? The big thing today is the Form 4. That's the big thing today, chat. The Form 4 is here. We're gonna go check that out in the lab and see how I have it set up already. I mean, I don't have it really set up, but it's somewhat set up. We're gonna go check it out here in a little bit. What else we got in the intro stuff here today? And you guys listen, chime if there's anything eInk happening that you guys know about, you guys want to chop it up about, let me know. Throw it in the chat. We'll chop it up about it because it's not really. I got a couple of eInk articles I wanted to take a look at, and we can mull over the implications, talk about that. But if you guys have anything, let me know. Intros. Listen, I'm going through. This is a bit of personal stuff right here. It's a bit of a personal thing. One of my cats is in heat right now, and she is going redonkulously crazy right now. I'm not sure if you guys have ever dealt with this kind of situation before, but I have not. I've never dealt with it. Amy has, so she's educating me. She's coaching me through the process. So she wants to get the cat fixed. All of our cats are fixed except one. The newest member to the family. Philly, as it were. She used to be called AKA Little Black Cat, but she is not little anymore. So she's Philly now. But yeah, so Philly is going through it right now. I'm trying to be supportive, I'm trying to give her, show her extra love, to get her through this hard time. She don't sound like herself. She sounds like she's possessed. We might need an exorcist for the cat. She don't sound like her normal cute little self. She sounded like a grown cat yesterday. I'm sorry. Yesterday was kind of mild. Day before yesterday. So if you guys have gone through it, I sympathize. I dropped a Reddit post in the Discord when someone stress tested a eInk screen, refreshing the screen over 1 million times. Ooh, that's interesting. We'll check out that. We'll throw that in the. I'm gonna take a look at this. Throw that link into the. Did you put that in the live show link? No, that must be an eInk. Yeah, it must be an eInk. No, that's not in the eInk. It's a general. Did you throw it in the general? Where'd you throw that at, Dr. Ling? I'll pull it up and talk about it in the eInk section. Next thing I want to say is I'm not gonna get into it. Okay, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm just gonna say this. Okay, I'm not gonna rant about it. I'm not gonna implications we made in a roundabout way. I'll imply some things. Closed mouths don't get fed. That's something my grandmother used to say a long time ago. Rest her soul. And my brother says it now all the time. Closed mouths don't get fed. Meaning, if you want something, you got to say something, right? And also, if you don't like something, you want it to change, you also have to say something because if closed mouths don't get fed, if you don't say something, things will just keep. It's because people say something that things change, right? So, big up to people saying something. Big up to closed mouths not getting fed, because that makes people open their mouth. So, gotta say something. Big up to that happening throughout the world today. And last thing on the intro, listen. Amy's also been watching. She's been so influential on me lately. She's also been watching a lot of old TV shows. And I heard this and almost lost it the other day. What will we do, baby, with our love? Sha-Na-Na-Na. You get it? Sha-Na-Na-Na. What is that from, chat? I know I can't sing, okay? I'm not. Me singing is not the point. The melody is the point, chat. What is that from? 10 points for anybody who knows. Okay, now let's get to the tech news. Sha-Na-Na-Na. How many people did I lose with that? Oh, we didn't. We gained a person. How you doing? Like if you like the content. If you want me to stop singing, also like. That'll work. That would work. Okay, all right. What do we have in the tech news? Actually, let's see what we got in the chat. It's in the eInk chat, says Dr. Link. All right, let me check the eInk chat. I'm gonna put that in the Oh, I see it. Yep, bam. All right, so what I'll do is I'll put that in the eInk section here, so we can talk about that as well. I appreciate it, Dr. Link. All right, we'll take a look at that. See what's going on with that. It's only 1 minute and 38 seconds long. That'll be quick. All right, first story we got up here is Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra will only include black and white. Now, this isn't really about the headline. This isn't about the headline, really. This is really about the leaked pics. So that's what we're here for, the leaked images. All right. I love the S Pens. I love these pens. And their EMR. I didn't know that before. I think someone might have mentioned that on a live stream, but I didn't know that before. The Galaxy S26 Trio initially seemed like it might shake up Samsung's usual status quo, but some stiff competition from Apple and the failed attempt to relaunch the Edge series seems to have thrown those original plans out the window. Now it seems like the Galaxy S26 Ultra might be boring in a different way, as it appears to be losing out on its usual color matching stylus for something a little more boardroom friendly. I don't know if I'd call these boardroom friendly. They're cool. I like it. They're understated. The design is what sticks out for this. Who cares about the color? I mean, we would want some nice pop, but there's nice understated tones there. Leaked images are from New Wave. Is it New Wave? Mobile? New Mobile? Chat, let me know. Show off the 4 colorways Samsung's Nest S Pen will come in. But unlike previous generations, those flashes of color are limited to just clickable tips and align with the phone's frame. With those 4 shades that match some of the leaked colors, we previously heard about in the Galaxy S26 Ultra, Cobalt. These are the colors: Cobalt, Violet, blue, sky blue, black, and silver. The actual stylus itself is either black or white, depending on the shade picked. That's a far cry from the S26 Ultra predecessors, which traditionally matched the phone's color entirely. You know what? I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that because regardless of what color phone you got, you probably got a case on it. So that hardly matters, you know what I mean, anymore to me. She says, I got the fig scribe and I feel like my eInk game just completely changed. What? You got the fig? I got this echo? Oh boy. So you guys let me know if there's echo. I saw echo there, so I'll be talking about it in the Discord later today. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Sheink. Will you be making a companion video as well? That would be great. Now that I know you have an eInk channel, here comes the pressure. There is echo? Oh. Let's find out. Let's find out where the echo's coming from. Oh, my bad. My bad. So I think the echo might have been coming from the microphone on the. Oh boy. I was losing people with the sound. Oh, chat. Why didn't you tell me? All right. So is the echo good now? You guys let me know. Okay. I was recording some stuff last night with this thing, and I forgot to turn off one of the volume or the sound inputs. All right. We're good to go now. I think. Moving on though. I don't mind this. Yeah, I don't mind this at all. It's also the latest queue. Wow, it's still there. All right, let's see what we got. Oh boy. Oh, that one, and that one. Hot mic and. Okay. All right. Are we good? Are we good now, chat? Oh, I'm sorry. I was building such a good audience for this show at the beginning. The audio killed it. Oh, chat. All right. I won't continue until I know it's gone because I know how annoying echo is in volume. Good. Okay. Moving on. Phew. Okay. Now, it's also the latest cut to the overall S Pen experience. Last year saw the removal of the stylus support from the Galaxy X Z Fold 7 months after the Galaxy S25 Ultra's S Pen arrived without its usual Bluetooth-powered features. While eliminating matching colorways might seem like a small sacrifice in comparison, it's difficult not to see it as yet another slight towards the once-defined features of the Ultra series as a whole. Yeah, I don't mind this. I don't mind this at all. Like I said, most people put a case on their phone anyway, so it's not really a big deal. It's usually not a real big deal. All right. Next thing we got up here is Mozilla adding off switch to AI in FireFox. Now, I thought this was important because we were talking about we talk about a lot how we want to be able to turn off some of the AI functionality of a lot of our socials. Like we don't want to see some of the AI slop show up in our feeds. This would be I'm not sure what I know what purpose this would serve. Because a lot of people don't even want AI features in their search, like how Google is implementing and embedding AI into a lot of what Chrome does. Yeah, so this is more along the lines of that, and I really do like that. So kudos to them for that. But let's go on and talk about the details a little bit. We may not have a kill switch for the AI as a whole, but Mozilla is giving users the ability to shut off AI in its Firefox browser, though it could have just not included those features in the first place. Well, I mean, giving people options is always good. I don't agree with not giving people options. Like, maybe I want it in the Firefox UI. You know what I'm saying? I don't mind AI in search, so I'm one of those people who would like AI in Firefox. So. In a blog post, the company announced that it will include a toggle in the next version of Firefox that will also. And how many people out there use Firefox, by the way? Yeah, how many people out there use Firefox? That's it's to me it's an old school browser. You know what I mean? I love Firefox. I was using before Google. I was using Google. You know what I mean? Search or Google Chrome like that. Before Google Chrome was a thing. Yeah. Mozilla, Firefox, yeah, super old school. Love it that they're still around, adding AI. Like, man, come on. You know what? Applause. Let's get the applause going, chat. Applause for Mozilla for being here in 2026. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mozilla and the staff there. You guys, come on. You guys are doing it. You guys are doing it. In a blog post, the company announced that it will include a toggle in the next version of Firefox that will turn off AI functionality. The feature will be available in Firefox 148, set to be released in February 24th. The feature will be accessible in the desktop browser setting and will give users the ability to turn the lights out on all AI rather than granularly rather than granularly control which AI tools they are okay with. So this is a all or nothing kind of thing with the AI on Firefox. That's unfortunate. I would have liked to see some toggles. You know what I'm saying? A toggle will be made available that will turn on. That when turned on will block all AI enhancements that have been included by Mozilla, including things like AI translation, tab grouping recommendations, and AI browser or in-browser AI chats. Our Firefox currently supports Anthropic's Claude, ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, Google Gemini, and Latch Mistral. That's new to me. I didn't know about that. I had no idea about that. Sheen says, I have Firefox on almost every device I own. Really? I haven't used Firefox in a very long time. But I'm gonna check it out since I know they're making strides like this with the AI and they're giving you options to turn it off. You know what I mean? I mean, that tells you a little bit of something about how they're doing things over there. I like it. Users can currently manually control which features they want to use, but the toggle will give them the ability to just turn off everything and make any AI addition turned off by default. This lets you use Firefox without AI while we continue to build AI features for those who want them, said the company. The move comes just a month after Mozilla took some serious heat for embracing AI back in December. The company announced that the former general manager of Firefox, Anthony Enzor DiMeo, was taking over as CEO. As part of the announcement that he was taking the reins, Enzo DiMeo said that his plan was for Firefox to evolve into a modern AI browser. So that's the background of this, and that's what probably prompted the backlash from him saying that, and then being like, okay, we have to give people some options, which I dig. Like I said, options are always good. So big up to Firefox. Next thing we got on here is going to be talking about not Firefox, but Google Home support buttons. Not home support buttons, but home supports buttons. I wrote that wrong. There was a comma where it shouldn't have been. And basically, this was interesting to me because of what we were talking about the other day when I was talking about my studio lights, me not connecting my studio lights to a Bluetooth plug, which I hadn't thought about before, which now I'm considering a way to make that work with a Bluetooth plug. But the point I was making, I guess, in that argument was that I would still have to use the app to adjust lighting and adjust intensity, and just to do the things I like to do with different setups that I'm doing in the studio. So I would still need to use the app to some degree, which if I'm going to be using the app, I may as well use the app to turn it on anyway. And that keeps me from being reliant on another thing to control the light. But anyway, these buttons I thought were cool because in my research I came across buttons that you can like customize and program to do certain routines when you press it, right? And these are physical buttons, right, that you can have, and when you press them, there's a routine like program for it. It goes through the routine, and that's that. I thought that was very cool. It keeps you having to open your phone to do like things that you do all the time. Like for me, that would be turn on the studio lights, right? If I could have just a button that would do that, that would be cool. Again, I may still have to go to the app to adjust the lighting settings, but for times I don't need to do that, that would be kind of cool. That would be actually pretty cool. So Google Home is the go-to smart home experience for a lot of people, and for good reason. They've seen platform evolve quite a bit over the years with enhanced features and improvements to stability along with stability along with better compatibility with more hardware. Of course, there's always more that can be added, but for the most part, it's a fairly complete and comprehensive solution. With that said, a new update has rolled out for Google Home, adding support for hardware smart buttons, which gives users the ability to control their smart home devices, routines, automatizations, and more with the touch or press of a button. We're pretty much going full circle here, says the article. Just talking about how we are using digital devices to get away from physical things, and we're coming back to physical things. But that's cool, though. I think us coming back around and saying, okay, that thing was good. How can we make now we have things that can make that physical thing even better? Whereas before, a button or a switch was very analog, right? Either it's very digital, where it's just on or it's off, right? Now it's more of an analog experience to where there's more that can happen. There's intensities that can happen. There's routines that can happen, right? With the push of a button. So I like that. It's turning buttons into a I call it analog because there's lots more to do with it. But it's bringing buttons into the digital age, I guess. And I like that. What do we got here? The news comes from 9 to 5 Google, who spotted support for hardware buttons on the latest Google Home version 4.8 update. Smart buttons have been on the market for a little, but with Google Home finally supporting the hardware for a little, I guess for a little while they meant, finally supports the hardware, it should bring a whole new way to interact with smart home products in your home or office. And it will. I think that's something will look more into. It just kind of furthers the plug scenario that we were talking about the other day. So, yeah, this is cool. It's unclear if all devices are supported, but since this is going live, folks should be able to test a wide range of products available in order to get an idea of how wide compatibility is. In addition to smart buttons being supported now, this update will also minimize a major error that's been plaguing Google Home for some time. Yeah, it's functionality with buttons. I think this is going to be a good thing. Adding functionality of buttons into the software is going to be something that I'm going to keep an eye on because of what we just talked about. But also, it's going to be something that for people who have already been up on these buttons, give them a reason to use Google Home, because I don't know what the main system is for using the buttons. What maybe Matter compatible devices like we were talking about the other day too. So whatever Matter compatible software is out there is probably compatible with these buttons that have been out there for a while. But it's good to see that Google's taking up the torch. But I'm going to be super interested in this technology going forward. So expect to see a little more about this on the channel. What do we have here? I think this is the final one we have. No, I think we have one more. So Meta Quest 3 adds a Surface keyboard, but it's not a Microsoft Surface keyboard. So when people say Surface keyboard, I automatically think Microsoft. So that's why this was kind of interesting to me. And then when I saw the picture, I thought, yeah, this is very interesting. If you can see how they're laying out the keyboard on the desk there. So this is just a software keyboard, right? I like that. I like that they're adding this kind of functionality to the Meta Quest, adding more reasons for people to want to get it, like me. Like, I had it at one point, just didn't find a lot of functionality in it. But yeah, since they are adding things like this, something to keep an eye on. Let's look into the details here a little bit. The new feature has nothing to do with the Microsoft Surface, but it is a handy feature for those who want to get work done with VR. It's currently in testing in Horizon OS V85 PTC. That's the public test channel. The feature is limited to the Meta Quest 3, meaning you cannot use it on the Meta Quest 3S or other headsets from Meta. Many think of gaming the first when the topic of a VR headset comes up, but the Meta Quest 3 can also be used for work. The Windows 11 integrates with Meta Quest headsets. I didn't know that. Allows you to extend a PC to set up virtual monitors. You can also stream Windows 365 through the cloud to a Meta Quest headset. Working on a PC inside VR did not technically require a physical keyboard, but one was added in practicality. Virtual keyboards are fine in pitch, but they do not provide a great typing experience. And that would be something I think they would have to solve, right, in order for it to become a mainstream adopted thing. And that's the main hurdle would be the main hurdle for me, is just the accuracy. I'm not a very good typer as it is, and if it's not that accurate for a not good typer, bad things happen. Holding your hands up can also be tiring, so much so that extended typing sessions are impractical. Well, I mean, I guess, yeah, your hand would have to be up. That makes sense. A physical keyboard will still be better for typing in VR. The tactical feedback and ergonomics of a physical keyboard will beat typing directly on a desk or table in almost all circumstances. But the Surface keyboard is a solid middle ground between a physical keyboard and an awkward floating digital one. It looks cool, but again, like they mentioned, practicality. How practical would it be? Probably not very. And the last thing we got up on the tech news is going to be the new M5 Pro Max MacBook Pros could arrive any day now. So this is the struggle of most MacBook buyers. They're always wondering when to pull the trigger on a new MacBook because no one knows when they're going to release it, what the actual like release specs are going to be. So there's always a little bit of a guessing game, and it's not just with Macs; it's with most Apple products. People are like, well, if you're going to upgrade, don't do it now. Wait 20 days from now. There used to be a Mac tracker where they used to track when the best time to buy Apple products was. Not sure they're still around. I'm not a diehard like I used to be. Not a diehard. But let's talk about it for a little bit here. No thanks. In summary, MacBook reports that new MacBook Pro models with M5 Pro and M5 Max chips are expected to launch imminently, pending the release of the Mac OS 26.3. Bloomberg's Mark Gurman indicates these devices are already staged in warehouses. That's interesting. And ready for distribution once the operating system update exits beta testing. That's interesting because I see Apple as a company that would change its mind about something at the last minute. So thinking that they have things already in the warehouse is a new concept for me. The M5 Pro and M5 Max chips will offer more flexible CPU and GPU configuration options, with Apple updating its online store to support enhanced customization choices. It's like I said, always a guessing game. Always a guessing game with Apple releases. But the new laptops are expected to feature M5 Pro and M5 Max chips with the new chip design that allows more flexibility with CPU and GPU configurations. For example, a customer could decide to get a base M5 Pro CPU, but max out the GPU. In past Pro/Mac chip setups, customers would have to upgrade the CPU to get the higher GPU configurations. To seemingly prepare for the change, Apple recently revamped the online Mac purchasing system so that the buyers had more flexibility in configuring their purchases. And that's a very good point to make there, that they would have to change a lot to make that happen. And it opens the door for even more configurations for your MacBooks or your Macs in general, because I would assume they were going to make this available to anybody buying an iMac or the Mac Pros, but not so much so for the Mac Pros because they're kind of customizable or swappable last I knew. So, but the iMacs most definitely. But yeah, it's super interesting here. That's all the tech news though, you guys. Let's go on to some of the eInk news that we have here, which is just a couple stories we're going to talk about. But let's take a look. All right, so best eInk tablets for focus. I'm not big. I think you can make anything focus centric, right? Just by turning on notifications. So, but let's see what's being said here. We have Lauren Wadowski from, what do we got here? The Gadget Flow. Making an article on the best devices for keeping focus. So we got the MacBook Pro here, or not I said the MacBook Pro. We got the Remarkable Paper Pro here. What else we have here? We got the Remarkable 2. Now, again, these would probably be the most distraction-free, but we could throw the Supernote devices in there, which are not going to be in this article, because they don't have notifications of any kind either. But again, like I said, you can make any device notification-free or distraction-free just by turning off notifications, or not allowing notifications, or just turning off the sounds on it. The vibrating thing, you can turn off like all those indicators that you have a notification to make your device distraction free, in my opinion. We have the Kindle Scribe ColorSoft, again, another device that doesn't have notifications, that wouldn't have that kind of distraction. And it doesn't have a speaker. You can use headphones with it, but it doesn't have a speaker. Another Amazon device, Kindle Scribe. I agree with this list. Boox 2, I don't know about that. I don't know about the Boox Palma 2 Pro. I don't know if I call that distraction free, but again, you can make anything distraction free. I wouldn't put any Boox device on this list here, but they have the Palma 2 Pro and the Note Air 5C. Cowboy Lipsa. I don't know enough about that device to say whether it has speakers or not, or what the distraction-free functionality on this device is like. But I do know that the Supernote devices, though I knew they wouldn't be on this list, do deserve to be on this list. They are probably way more distraction-free than this Kobo. Looks like it has the Play Store to some degree on here, and any of these Boox devices. But that would be my take on that. I would just add the Supernote devices to this list. But that would be it. Out of the devices that I use, that would be probably the only platform that would be deserve to be added. The next thing we got here is a article about a Zero Writer eInk device. It's basically a word processor keyboard with a eInk word processor attached to the top of it. I mean, it's weird looking. Let's take a look. But it's eInk related, so we're definitely going to talk about it. The Zero Writer eInk is a portable word processor with a mechanical keyboard. Now that's nice. 5.2 inch 1280 by 720 pixel eInk display, an ESP32 microprocessor, support for Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and a 5,000 milliamp hour battery. It runs open source software designed to offer a distraction-free writing experience. Here we go, distraction-free again. I mean, anything can be distraction-free. I don't know why eInk took people gave eInk that, it's eInk, it must be distraction-free. No, it's eInk. They don't add all those bells and whistles to it, so it has no choice, but they're trying to save costs. Has nothing to do with your distraction-freeness. But whatever. Zero Writer eInk developer Adam Wilk launched a crowdfunding campaign for the device in 2024, and now Wilk says the first units have begun shipping to backers. Nice. I like. Folks who didn't want to run the risk of backing the campaign but still can still buy one. You just have to spend a little bit more. The Zero Writer eInk was going for $199 during crowdfunding, but that price has been risen to $279. Oh, okay. Yeah, you got a pretty decent discount for the Kickstarter. Offers placed today are expected to ship in early March 2026. The Zero Writer eInk is hardly the only distraction-free writing device around. In fact, there's a whole subreddit dedicated to writer decks, or single-purpose gadgets with a screen, keyboard, and minimal software designed to help you write down your thoughts and not much else. Yeah, Supernote. There we go. But it's a relatively affordable entry that combines some popular features, including a high-quality customizable mechanical keyboard and a grayscale eInk display that offers a paper-like viewing experience. I don't know if I'm comfortable with even that for eInk, with no screen flicker or backlight. The Zero Writer eInk features a 60% mechanical keyboard with a Caulk Pro Red low profile switches and keycaps, a micro SD card reader, and removable support or storage, a USB port that allows you to change your device or transfer files, and a user replaceable LiPo battery. It's a lot of weird wording here today. That's said to offer up to weeks of daily use on a single charge. The whole thing measures 300 by 195 by 15 millimeters, making it smaller than a typical laptop with a 13-inch display, but large enough to use with most laptop sleeves designed for 13-inch notebooks. While the default firmware includes a basic word processor basic word processor as well as optional tools for tracking word counts, total writing time, and other details. The system is also compatible with Arduino-based software if you want to write your own code or install third-party software created by others. One thing to keep in mind, though, is that the Zero Writer eInk is not a traditional laptop. Not only is it a single-purpose device that runs simple software, but the small screen is also fixed in place, positioned above the keyboard where it faces upward rather than forward. I didn't think about that, but that is a good point. If you're hoping for something that has more of a clamshell design with a hinge that allows you to adjust the screen angle, you may have to look elsewhere or wait a while. And like they mentioned, there are other devices like this on the market, so this wouldn't be your only option if you are interested in something like this. The developer of the Zero Writer eInk is considered making a clamshell model called the Zero Writer Fold, but at this point, it is still more of a concept that the developer is soliciting feedback on rather than anything you'll be able to get your hands on anytime soon. So yeah, very interesting concept here. Lots of other options on the market if you want something like this, but this is very cool. This is very cool. And I think that's actually we have that one story Dr. Link put in the chat for us here. So let's take a look at that. Aaron says I want one of those. Aaron, why? Explain that to me. These types of lists are fairly useless. Seems machine writing is just a way to generate affiliate income. Yeah. Listen, I can't argue with you there, The Rock. The Rock says the Zero Writer is like one of those word processors from the '80s past. Yeah, it's not for me. For me, I don't really. I can't really get into any of those eInk devices that are like small with a keyboard attached to them. It just seems. It just seems like, I don't know, counterintuitive. They're cool, right? And it's a use of eInk that I promote all uses of eInk, but yeah, I don't still see me using that kind of tech. It unless someone does it in a slick, unique way that will replace something that I'm doing right now, not give me another device I have to carry in addition to. You know what I mean? I guess that's my thing with these kind of devices. I like the mechanical keyboard though. The type, yeah, that's cool. That's probably the most cool part about this is the mechanical keyboard. Yeah, I agree, Dr. Ling. It definitely seems superfluous. I just learned that word. Moving on. All right. What else we have here? Now it's just about the last thing on the tech thing is the Form 4. So I did get the Form 4. I got the Form 4, and we're gonna take a look at that. Okay. Now, chat. I'm gonna move over to the iPhone. We're gonna walk over to the lab. We're gonna walk over to the lab, and then there might be some echo. So but we'll be in the other place. So hopefully it won't be bad. Let's check it out. Okay. How is this? Can I? This is cool. So no matter how you hold it. Oh, can I do it this way? Yeah, that's probably better. Okay. All right. So Can you guys hear me? I don't think you guys ever have seen the studio. I'm gonna have to do a studio thing one day. You know what? Should I do it like this or should I do it like this? Okay. All right. Okay. So. Oh, it stopped. Oh man, chat. I didn't even know we froze. How many people did I lose? Oh, we gained some people on a frozen screen. My bad. My bad, chat. Yeah, it froze. My bad, chat. And thanks, Dr. Rock, The Rock, for keeping Dr. Rock. It's Dr. Ling and The Rock combined. Dr. Rock. Audio still on the original mic. Oh. Good job of moving the resin printers to another room. VOCs are a concern, says The Rock. Absolutely, The Rock. I had to get it into a different space than what I'm in editing because, man, some of that stuff is so. There's one resin I work with that's super toxic. When you smell it, it starts to give you a headache almost instantly. And I had to work with it for days on end. And I'm sure my health took a hit. Dr. Rocktopus. All right, so if I lost anybody, my bad. But I just wanted to show you guys that over in the lab. I have a video. I have made tons of videos that I'm editing now to get those on the new channel. So that's coming. That's coming. All right. I think that was it. I'm so anxious to get to printing, chat. I'm so anxious to get to printing. I'm so anxious to see if this thing is going to solve my problems. It better solve all of my problems. I'm not playing, chat. All right, you guys, that's going to be it. Thanks for everybody for being here, man. I really appreciate you guys. As always, Dr. Ling, The Rock. We got eInk here today. We got Aaron here today. Rob's here today. I thought I saw. Okay, I didn't. My bad. But I appreciate you guys. I really do. Rest About Tech, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to kind of whenever. I appreciate you guys for being here. Consider joining us if you can. Like the show if you liked. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Hit that join button if you want to get a badge by your name. Like to find people in the chat right now. If you want a badge, you do it. You do it. We do this, talk about tech. We talk about eInk. We talk about random stuff along the way. So if you like this stuff, consider joining us. What else we got here? Tomorrow, we're going to be here. I'm going to be talking about my experiences with the Form Lab tomorrow. I might have a nib sleeve to show tomorrow. Oh my! I would be so happy if I could come on here and show you guys. Production will be in full swing. All right, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a great one. Take care of yourself and everybody else. I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. Take care, everybody. Peace.